This is the International Space Station update for Tuesday, October 25th. The 3 Expedition 29 crew members will continue to pack the station's Progress 42 vehicle with trash today, readying it to undock on Saturday at 4:04 a.m. Central Time, with its deorbit burn at 7:11 Central Time a.m. With the departure of that vehicle, the station will be ready for the arrival of the Progress 45, which will launch on Sunday, bringing supplies to the station. Progress 45 is filled with 2.8 tons of food, fuel, and supplies for the station crew, including 1,653 pounds of propellant, 110 pounds of oxygen and air, 926 pounds of water, and 3,108 pounds of spare parts, experiment hardware, and other supplies. Progress 45 will roll to its launch pad at the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan on Friday, just before sunrise, with launch set for Sunday, scheduled at 5:11 a.m. Central Time and 4:11 p.m. Baikonur time. Docking to the station's Pirs docking compartment, it's scheduled to arrive on Wednesday, November 2nd at 6:40 a.m. Central Time. Be sure to check NASA TV schedule for coverage of the Progress 45 launch and the undocking of Progress 42. With the arrival of that Progress 45 vehicle, Commander Mike Fossum and his crew members, Satoshi Furukawa and Sergei Volkov, will begin preparations for the arrival of 3 new crew members on November 16th. That is the remainder of the Expedition 29 crew. Anton Shkaplerov, Anatoly Ivanishin, and U.S. astronaut and future commander of the space station, Dan Burbank, are set to launch on November 13th on Soyuz 28, with docking to the station on November 15th. Those 3 new crew members will have only a few days to prepare for the handover of that International Space Station, because Fossum, Furukawa, and Volkov will return to Earth on November 22nd. At that point, Burbank will take command of the station. And the crew also becomes the Expedition 30 crew and will work as a 3-person crew for 36 days. The remainder of the Expedition 30 crew, with NASA's Don Pettit, Russia's Oleg Kononenko, and Europe's Andrei Kuipers, will launch to the station aboard the Soyuz 29 spacecraft on or about December 26th and will dock to the station 2 days later. In other activities today on board the International Space Station, the crew is continuing to work some of the more than 100 experiments that are on board the station and will be loading updated software into their computers. This morning they interviewed with CNN and MSNBC, and we'll have that later for you in today's broadcast. And the crew is also taking some time to capture photos of the cities of Moroni, which is on the island of Gran Canaria in the Indian Ocean, and the cities of Asmara, Riyadh, and Mexico City. Furukawa is also checking out the Cevis isolator today, one of the station's exercise machines, making sure that it is stable for tomorrow's reboost. That reboost of the International Space Station is set for 7:52 a.m. Central, and it is the final burn in a series of reboost maneuvers to place the station at the correct altitude for the upcoming launch and docking of the Progress 45 and the Expedition 30 crew's arrival on the Soyuz TMA-22. That reboost will be 1 minute and 54 seconds of firing of the Zvezda service module's engines, and will raise the station's altitude about 2.7 miles at the apogee and 1.6 miles at the perigee. Today, Fossum continues to work on the binary colloidal alloy experiment. That's called the BCAT test. It's the BCAT 6. Yesterday, the crew received kudos from the principal investigators at the University of Pennsylvania for all of the work they've done on the BCAT experiments. The BCAT experiments actually started on the Mir space station back in the 90s. BCAT experiments lay the foundation for nanotechnology and nanomechanical systems in space and have attracted attention in the fields of ceramics, composites, and optical fibers. Fossum is continuing to work on that first segment of the BCAT 6 and is continuing to work on a number of other experiments today. Wrapping up our International Space Station update. For more information, be sure to check out the space station site on www.nasa.gov/station and follow us at Twitter on NASA_Johnson. This is Mission Control Houston.